everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a Rainbow High doll from Series 5. It is Aiden Russel, and I'm very excited to have him because I think he's one of the cutest boys that Rainbow High has released. I think he's so adorable. So first off, let's go ahead and check out his packaging and then we'll take him out of the box. So at the top it says, "Let your true colors shine" in gold with a rainbow background. And then this corner it says his name under a badge which just says Series. It doesn't have a number in it. And then underneath that you can see his artwork in gold. And then the doll pose in the middle, and all of his accessories are on this side, and it's all kind of hidden behind this Rainbow High logo, which is really weird placement. It would have gone perfectly right there. And then over here it says scan for a free toy, so once you scan that then it'll take you to a little form where you can get a free toy. And over here it mentions the Rainbow High YouTube channel. On this side of the box it shows that he is a fashion design focus and the rest is just plain purple. And the other side is all just plain red. Now here's the back of the box, which has a blue to purple gradient. You can see Kim to Win on this side and then Aiden's artwork over here. Then at the bottom it says, "Rainbow High doesn't follow trends, we make them. Watch out, Shadow High. In the world of fashion, we always make the cut." So that's a little bit intimidating. And now here's the top of the box where it has a rainbow gradient and a window view of his hair. Now here's the bottom of the box, which also has a rainbow gradient, and if you're interested in his barcode, then there you go. Alright, now let's go ahead and take him out of the box. In case you're curious, here's a close-up of all the sketches on Aiden's box. So here's one sketch, and then here's another. And then over here we have the full body sketch, which is the same as the golden one from the outside plastic. And I think he looks really good there. I feel like the little sparkles in his eye really add a lot, while these ones look a little bit more like Pokemon for some reason. I feel like this one looks more human than that, but yeah, so now let me go ahead and keep taking him out. Now here's everything that Aiden comes with unboxed, and he's looking so cute. The first thing I had to look at was how the back of his hair looked, because this is the peculiar thing about his hair. It has really interesting rooting, so it has a lot of hair in the back, which was unexpected, but look, he looks good. So, hooray. Yeah, so let's go ahead and check out everything he comes with. So first off, we got this little survey in the box, so if you want, you can give him some feedback about the doll. Next up, we have this little stand. It says rainbow in the front. It's all gray and sparkly. And he also has this wider hip hugger so that it goes around his torso. And then he also has this matching gray brush, which says rainbow right here. And then he came with these light gray hangers where it says rainbow on this one and an RH on this one. And then he came with this phone and phone case, which is really fun. I discovered that I really like these after unboxing 2 of these Rainbow High Series 5 dolls. Look at that. Every Queen is calling, so that's kind of cool. It has the same artwork from the show. And then we have this little bottle which says sparkle, and the rest of it is gray like his hangers, and it has a little handle right there. And then this part actually can come off. Then you can see that there's no room for anything in the inside, so it's just a fake bottle. And then he has these sunglasses, which are pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that these are the same as Finn Rosato's sunglasses, just in gray. So it's got like a black to gray gradient, and then the handles and everything are just silver. And it says rainbow on this corner. Then the last accessory is this little laptop. It's showing the 3 characters from the show, which is interesting. So here you can see Aiden, and he does look a little bit different, but I'm happy he looks like this. I feel like he looks better than he does in the show. On the back it says rainbow, and it's got this cool gradient to it. And then the bottom is just silver and shiny. Look at how reflective that is. Oh my god, that's cool. Yeah, so cool little laptop. Now let's go ahead and check out the doll. So here is Aiden up close. Look at how great he looks. I think he looks fantastic, honestly. Let's go ahead and check out his hair. So up top it has a mixture of white, purple, green, and mint, and all kinds of different colors in here, which as you can see comes up to a point right there where the center really shows off all the colors while the outside seems to have mostly silver and tinsel. So this is all very thickly gelled. And even this back part too, which I'm not going to touch. Like, I want this to stay in this shape, so I'm not going to be shifting the hair around, but it's really interesting how sharp it is. But it is strange that it looks like that. It looks a lot like children's toothpaste, which is not bad. It's weird, but you know, kind of a fun little design. And then on the back and sides, he has this flocked hair, which is gray and very soft. It feels really nice. And then checking out his face, he has these thick brown eyebrows, and then these really nicely spaced eyelashes, and then purple to blue eyes, and then just light pink lips. And then he does have a dent under his eye right there, but I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it on him. I think it's pretty cool and unique. And then he also has ear piercings, so if you want, you can stick the AirPods or earrings in him. While he doesn't have earrings, he does have a necklace. So we have this silver chain over here, which says RH in the center. And now looking at his clothes, he has rainbow written all over his jacket, just like his phone case. And it's transparent and it's a little bit shimmery, so you can see a little bit of color reflected in the jacket. And it has these pockets on the front and the collar, and then these buttons going down the side. And then it has a couple of little details going around the rim of the jacket, and then here's the back of it. And then on the inside, we have the short sleeve white top, so that says rainbow, and it has a little safety pin that's embroidered in there. And then down here we have these shorts, which have a little belt right there, and then some real pockets. And on this side, it has this little plastic chain, which says RH again, but it's not as shiny as his necklace, which is too bad, because I feel like that would be cool, especially if it all was about this shiny. That would have been really fancy looking. So the shirt and the shorts are both Velcro, and the belt is actually removable, but not this chain. So this is actually hooked in this little belt loop, and this one too, so you can't remove that. But at least you can use this belt other places. And then down here, we have his little boots, which are so cute. Like, I really like these. These are almost blue, and they're transparent, so you can see the socks inside of the shoe. And then over here, it says rainbow and black. And then the fronts of them have these white laces that are workable. And then on the bottom, there's nothing much, it's just lines. There are these slits in the back, so it should be simple to take off the boot. And then once you take the boot off, then you can see that the sock has the same pattern as his shirt. So you can see that this is the same pattern that's carried all over his design. And now here's what Aiden looks like without the outer shirt. So he looks really cool. I feel like that looks really good. I don't know, just like his design. I think he looks really cool. Let me go ahead and compare him to the other boy dolls. So here we have Ash and River Kendall. So interesting. It does seem like, I don't know, he might have Ash's face. I don't know, it almost looks skinnier than Ash's face. Like, look at that. It does look like the same kind of eye mold and everything, but it seems like the space between Ash's eyes are a little bit farther than Aiden's, which, I don't know, I just love how Aiden looks. He's so handsome. Look at how far we've come with the boy dolls. Like, River is still adorable for sure, but like, look at how good Aiden looks. Especially in comparison, like, wow. So yeah, I'm very, very happy about this. Here's what Ash looks like with some of the accessories on. So here are the sunglasses on him. Fits nicely. I feel like it suits him better than it did Finn Rosato. And then here's the bottle in his hand, so I have him kind of holding the cap on this thumb. But this bottle doesn't really like fit his hand. Like, this little handle doesn't fit there, and it's just too thick to go in between his fingers and his thumb. Like, it's not the best design, but here, that's what it looks like when he's taking a sip. Yeah, I don't know. They could have made this a little bit wider or something, since it was specifically made for him. It's definitely stretching when you put it around his fingers. Like, look at that. That's a little bit warped, but I mean, it stays on, so yeah. And then even the phone was kind of hard to hold. Like, his thumb is too big for that little grip too. Kind of like stretching around his thumb, but not really staying on like the other dolls. Look at that. It just doesn't want to stay. That's so unfortunate. What the heck? If you want to see what it looks like with his phone against his ear. I don't know. He can't quite bend his arm as far up as his ear though, so he's just gonna have to stare at her call. While we're at it, let's go ahead and check out his articulation. So starting off with his head, he can rotate all the way around and like rest it in certain places. And then he can rotate his arm all the way around at his shoulder and his elbow. And then he can also rotate his wrist and pop off his hands there. And then he also has articulation right here, so he can do the splits. And he also has rotation at his thighs, right where his underwear ends. And then he also can bend his knees pretty high. And lastly, he can also rotate his foot. And now here's what Aiden looks like with his shirt and sunglasses on, as well as holding his laptop. So I used an elastic band to get it to stay around his wrist, but he doesn't have any elastic bands in his packaging, so you're gonna have to find one of your own. But it would have been cool if you had something else to like set the laptop on. Or maybe like a book bag. That would have been cool actually. Even though we've never seen him using a satchel. Yeah, just like a place to put his laptop. So that would have been a cool little accessory. Now let me go ahead and get into my final thoughts. So when it comes to the doll, I am really in love. I think he looks so handsome, and his clothes fit him really nicely. Like, it looks really good on him. These are cool. Everything about this doll great. But then when it comes to the accessories, I'm pretty disappointed, honestly. Like, this bottle was a little bit hard to open, and then when the handle didn't fit him, I was just really surprised by that. I thought that was kind of bad. And then when his phone didn't fit either, I was like, whoa, come on. They just didn't check? I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just mine has too big of a thumb, but it seems like they really just made that for the other dolls and didn't really make it for him. So that's kind of disappointing that his own accessories aren't really for him. And then when it comes to his phone and laptop, I don't really like that he has these pictures on them. I feel like it's kind of cheesy. That's just standard images from the show. I feel like it would have been really cool to see him do fashion design on his laptop or post on Instagram like all the other girls did. I think that would have been really nice and cohesive, but this just seems like an afterthought, which is pretty bad. I don't like that, because he's such a handsome doll and a character that we've been waiting on for so long. Like, he was there on the very first episode, and now here we are 5 series later with a ton of other collections in between, and we just now finally got Aiden, and yet he was kind of designed like an afterthought, which is weird, and he deserved a little bit better. And that's pretty disappointing because all the other girls in this collection got their own huge studios, and he didn't, which would have been cool if he had like a whole boy studio. Like, I don't get why the boys can't have cool clothes too. I feel like that's one side of the fashion design world which, you know, is there, but they're not really showing it too much. They just have the picture of his friend, so that's a little bit of a bummer. I feel like it would have been cool to see his work and see him kind of shine in his accessories. But even with that, I'm so happy with this doll. I'm really excited to have him as one of my first dolls from this collection. So that wraps it up for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in other videos. Bye!